guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, everyone, another manga volume review. This is going to be on one that a lot of people are going to like. That's The Promise Neverland Volume 9. This is actually a very, very important volume. So I highly recommend this one. If I thought Volume 8 was great, Volume 9 was just amazing. Now, before I continue with my manga volume review, I do want to say a few things. One, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind, and you'll be notified when I go live and I upload videos. Also, guys, if you want to further support my channel, you can always do so by becoming a Patreon. There is a giveaway happening right now. You just have but a few days to be part of that giveaway. It is only exclusive for Patreon, so make sure you consider being part of that giveaway. There is all the information down there below. Also, like I said before, I have reviewed the 8th, the 7th, the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, and 2nd, the first volumes of The Promised Neverland. 8 volumes already. Make sure you check them out before you watch this video, unless you've already seen them or you just want to hear about Volume 9. Now, Volume 9 is not the latest volume, but I do have the latest volume out with me, which I will be showcasing it in the manga haul that we release in a few days. So I do have up to Volume 11, but for now, I'm just doing the 9th. Lastly, guys, I'm gonna highly warn you guys, there is big spoilers, especially if you've only seen the anime, have not read the manga. There are huge spoilers in this video, so if you don't want nothing to be ruined, please don't watch beyond this point. I do appreciate those who are supporting me, but you don't want the series to be ruined. I promise you, there's a lot of big spoilers coming up. Okay, so now that all that has been out and out of the way, first of all, let's talk about what the story really, what it all takes part of. It really takes part of 4 maybe main events in this volume, and it's such a big volume, not in size but just the moments that it takes and the stories that it tells. There's just so much information that I wish I had enough time, and this probably will be a long video, but I'll go as fast as possible. The first part is Emma and Lucas going into this room, figuring out what other clue there is. Now, the pen was the key, and also ended up being a key to hear a recording of William, or Mr. Minerva, sorry. They hear the recording, and essentially Mr. Minerva was the ambassador, and he's part of this clan that basically were the ones in charge for thousands of years. His family for generations have taken care of basically the portals, multiple portals between the human world and the demon world, and they're the ones that did the promise and the deal with the demons, and etc., etc. He tells in the recording that more likely, if they're hearing this, is because the door to the human world is probably already destroyed or blocked, and they in fact see a door. It's actually an elevator, but apparently that was a door to go to the next world, and apparently it was blocked. So then he continues telling them a lot of information. One is where the other doors are to go to the other world. One being the farm where Emma was raised. Yes, there's a door there apparently. I don't know where, but apparently there's a door there. So, and other farms have doors as well that cannot be blocked. He does tell them that there's someone that probably is leaking his information, so he probably is going to be dead by the time they hear this recording, and he's going to be helping as much as possible. And depending how they escape, if they escape in a huge bulk, it's going to create again a new war between the human world and the demon world, or if they escape little by little, then they are also putting everyone else in danger, because they could also mean that there'll be other means to maybe blocking them from going to the human world. So that's the first section, just the first section. There's 3 others. The second section is Emma meeting Adam. Adam is a special character in this group of people now that she's at this village, because he's the only one that doesn't come from a quote-unquote smart farm. He is from the mass-produced farms, at least what they think, because he has his tattoo, not really a number. and she remembers that the tattoos really meant that they came from these mass-produced farms. He keeps repeating a number though, and the number that he keeps repeating, yes, big spoiler again, the number that he's repeating is the same number that Norman had. Now, we get a flashback, and Norman is not dead. I knew it. I had a gut feeling that he was not dead, and it's finally confirmed. Volume 9 confirms that Norman is not dead. At least he wasn't at least killed and shipped as food when he was in, I don't know, Volume 4 or 3. He actually is still alive. He was sent to a special farm, one that Mr. Minerva does mention in all his information that he gives Emma and Lucas. And the special farm, he's doing these exams every day, and it's very intense, and they take care of him in a way where they know that he's not going to escape. They make it almost impossible for him to escape. So Adam was there with Norman, and at least for now, I think Norman is still alive. He was sent alive to this farm, so more likely we're gonna see Norman again soon, and I'm thankful for that because Norman was a great character, and I really had a gut feeling that he was not dead. Okay, the third part to this was preparing for the attack against these demons that are playing games with these kids, and really it's just they prepare, and all of a sudden they realize that instead of a few days they have for preparing, they actually have a few hours because the siren starts ringing again, and now they have to go to their stations already. So the demons knew that they had to rush the next hunt because Emma is a danger. But everyone else is ready to attack, and they have finally started their attack. Now, the fourth portion is them starting their attack, and they actually have taken down 2 demons, I believe, in total. There is, again, 5 demons in total. They separate them in 4 groups. You had the weakest one who had a montage of demons who were killed by 2 other kids, and then eventually they kill this guy, and they do it in a very awesome but also horrific way. I mean, you're killing the demon, so it's kind of awesome, but it's also horrific because you're killing something. So anyways, they kill him, and then there's these other 2 that are separated together. I guess they're twins, and they killed one. I'm pretty sure they haven't killed the other one yet, but they will. At least I think they will. So anyways, 3 out of the 5 are still alive, and I believe Volume 10 is going to give us the conclusion, at least for the next 2. They do know that the fifth one, the captain of them all is the most dangerous one, so they are kind of cautious of how they approach him, and their plan is basically kill the 4 below him and then go attack him all together. Now, I don't know if that's going to work. It could not. So, anyways, overall, man, Volume 8 was a great volume, and like I said in Volume 8's review, I thought Volume 8 was probably better than Volume 1, and since then, the volumes kind of were digressing from how awesome they were, and then Volume 8, just a new arc, it just gave you more fuel to the story. And this one, it really added a lot of fuel to it, too, because the world is expanding, and there's so much they can do now with it. And I do realize that it's going to get to a point where obviously it will end, but it's expanding enough where we can have side stories. At this point, we don't know how Mom, what is her name? Emma's mom, I'm going to cheat here, Isabella. So Isabella and the other kids that were left behind, we don't know how they're doing. We don't know how the kids in the bunker are doing, in the shelter. We didn't hear about Ray really in this volume, so we don't know how he's doing. Now we know that Norman's alive, so we haven't really heard much that he is now alive, but we haven't heard from him. Right now it's focused on Emma and these kids, but you have these other 4 groups that we still have to get a story and see what the heck is happening with them. So this 9th volume really opened it up even more to more stories and really more escapes, because now they have to save Norman. Obviously, not everyone knows that he's alive, but Norman is alive, so eventually they will have to save him, or at least he's gonna have to escape from that farm. So, great job. I really love this volume. It did a great job with it. The storyline did move, like I said, quite a bit in this volume, and that might be the only thing that I might say I don't like, because it feels like they're gonna start doing that more often, and it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. When you read mangas like One Piece and Dragon Ball Super, all their action moves real fast in the manga. In fact, you can read the manga a lot faster than watch the anime, because the anime has so much fillers. Uh, but at the same time, it feels like they defeated one enemy, here's another one. They defeated that enemy, here's another one. He defeated that enemy, here's another one. So it kind of feels like this one might go that direction, maybe to an extent, but I hope they don't rush it too much where they destroy the plot. For now, I think it's fine. I think it's good. So make sure you check out the 9th volume. You can buy these mangas in the website down there below in the description, so you guys can check that out. Also, if you have not done so already and you're watching at this point, might as well subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. I will post a volume 10 pretty soon, and then volume 11, and then so on and so forth. They have, I think, up to 170 chapters now, so I have quite a bit to catch on, but I am reading as fast as possible. Also, if you guys want to further support me, you can become a Patreon, or you can just go and share this video and comment and like and do all that fun stuff with this video. Thank you guys so much for your love and support, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.